Hey, today I'm gonna explain what exactly are miracles and how can we understand it in like a methodical kind of way to understand like how the process works for someone here in this reality to experience such a change and something we call a miracle. Like for example, if someone has a tumor and then they go to the doctor like the next day and suddenly it's gone, like it's like a miracle. There's things that doctors say that they can't explain and all they can say is it's a miracle. There was even a case, I think you can Google it, and maybe it wasn't like full on like reported, but you can read about the situation where there was someone with a split personality and they had a cancer tumor, and the medical staff observed that when the individual would switch personalities, they would shift personalities, the tumor was gone, and then they would shift back, and then the tumor was there again. So it's like, okay, if time, it seems so linear, right? We have the past, we were a kid once, we grew up, and here we are now, and we know that we're going to the future. So if time is linear, then how is it that a miracle can occur? Like if something suddenly like shifts, right? Like a cancer tumor is suddenly gone, then how can it be that suddenly there's no tumor, but where's the time period where the tumor shrunk and all of that? Or even people who have like near-death experiences, you can hear about all these experiences, and it's like suddenly like something shifted or whatever. So people experience these things and there's no way to really explain it, and so it's called a miracle. But I'm going to explain to you how it works. So basically, okay, so quantum physics, right? We have Albert Einstein and quantum physicists have said that like time is really an illusion. It's an illusion that there's the past, present, and future, but it scientifically has to exist simultaneously. So that's in essence what it is we have this illusion of linear time, but the illusion serves a purpose and a function in terms of us having this experience of life and having experiences, because if it weren't for this illusion of time, we wouldn't have an experience. Everything would just be at once simultaneously, and we wouldn't be able to experience something. Cause and effect and decisions and choices and all of this is we have the ability to experience this because of the illusion of time, because of this. It seems like time is linear, but that's what it is. It's an illusion. In each specific moment that we're experiencing, the present moment, we're experiencing a series of present moments, and that's we're like shifting through simultaneous existences, giving the illusion of linear time. And so when you remember something and you're like, well, how could it be that everything exists now if I remember the past? Because you're energetically connecting to those simultaneous realities, and in your conscious state of being, building this illusion as if you experienced it in the past, but you're just making a connection to that reality. And as you remember it, maybe you hear the sounds that you heard, or you see it in your mind, it plays like a movie, whatever it is, that however you remember something, you're making links and connections to those realities and pulling in the information and giving the illusion of the past. And like even the future is just an idea, but it's something that you're creating right now in the present moment, this idea that you're going somewhere. So that's what it is. It's just like shifts so fast, billions per second, billions per millisecond, that it gives off this illusion of continuity of time. Otherwise, they're all just billions, thousands, whatever, of simultaneous existences, simultaneous frames that we're projecting ourselves through. And we as consciousness exist beyond the limitations of this physical reality. It's just the illusion that we're limited, right? And so it's the illusion that we're living here in this reality. As I explained through quantum physics, this reality is an illusion. It's a projection from our consciousness. And so in terms of miracles and, why people experience miracles and, why there's so much belief in prayer, that prayer works and this person got better because we prayed, and all of that is because we have our consciousness and we're able to connect to something deeper. And that's why you have all these religions and they're all able to connect. Why? Is it because their religion is right? No, it's because we're all consciousness and we're all connecting to something deeper, and that same deeper essence is the same essence behind everything, because everything is consciousness. And so as you're connecting to this deeper essence of reality, and from that connection, then you ask for something, and everything is like a projection of your consciousness. So it's belief. Like if you ask believing like, oh, I'm not deserving of this, and I hope it happens, but it's not going to happen, that energy that you're putting out is not going to give you what you want, because you're putting out an energy of not deserving, of it won't happen, all of that. And so when you connect to that deeper part and you ask, like really believing, that's why faith is important, believing that it will work, because when you put out that energy and that connection to something deeper, believing that it will work, you're creating that into your reality. It's going to work. You're going to see that because that's what you're believing, because you're projecting that, because everything is a projection of your consciousness. And so in terms of miracles, all a miracle is a shift in reality, because time is an illusion. And so if someone has a tumor and then the next day it's totally gone, it's like, wait, how did it heal? How did it heal that fast? There was no like that fast, because time is ultimately an illusion. What happened was this person was living this reality with a tumor, and then, I guess they prayed, believed, connected, healed, whatever it was, and they shifted to a reality where the tumor no longer is there. The tumor no longer exists. So that's what we're doing. As we live our lives, and maybe something takes time to heal, that's what we're projecting out of our consciousness. The time period that it takes to heal is really an illusion. Everything could just happen simultaneously, but we're limited in our beliefs, in our capacity to shift realities, because we're living in this illusion. And it's not good or bad. It's the I guess the purpose of this illusion, but that's exactly how a miracle happens. You hear of people in these horrible car accidents and they should have like died, smashed up, broken everything, and then all that happened was like some bruises and scratches. Is you see how it's like the illusion, like this is what you observe that happened. This car got smashed up and then they're like untouched, right? It's like a play on realities and shifts, and so it's not some external force coming in and changing. Like God healed me, that people might choose to see it that way, like some external force is coming in and making changes to this reality, and we're so like unworthy but thankful. What it is we're co-creating this reality, because we are all a part of this existence, and we are, through our connection to something deeper, which you could call God or whatever you want to call it, is that source of this existence, then we're able to tap into that deeper source and see these changes in our reality, because we're ultimately powerful beings. It's an illusion that we're just this and that's it. We're ultimately all that is. So when you connect to that deeper source, then you can make changes into this physical reality. And that's what people call a miracle.